afternoon. Yeah, that you knew. Harris is drinking, and yes, I'm thinking, and I'm plotting and scheming. Harry's drinking again. Yo. Back up in the building for another edition of the Harry's Drinking Again Pubcast. I'm your host, Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris. And tonight, we have the 85th installment, 85th episode of TNR Therapy Night Rants, aka Thursday Night Rants, with your boy right here, Harry Too Scary. Let's ease our way into this evening. Shout out to everybody. I know a few people are still, I believe, watching the NFL opening night. We have the Chiefs and the Lions, and I didn't check the score list. Let's pull up the score here. The NFL opening night. Salute to everybody. Tonight's show officially, like every show, sponsored by Gubba Rum. If you don't know about Gubba Rum, go check them out, gubbarum.com. We're still working on the link to be able to sell these directly. All right, they got a Gubba Gold vanilla infused artisanal rum, and they got the Gubba Silver coconut infused rum, baby. Putting Malibu to shame, you know what I mean? So shout out to that Gubba Rum, man. Shout out to Steve, the owner and CEO and founder of Gubba Rum. Salute to you, man. And tonight over on Podbean, shout out to the Podbean community. We had some good traction last week. It was really nice. Let's hopefully we can get another quality stream in tonight, huh? I don't know how long I'll be with you. You know, I'm going to try to make most of the shows now about 3 hours or less. It's just me rocking solo tonight. You know, Brother Ray won't be here. I'm not sending the link out to nobody. So it's just me in the place to be, holding down the Haida Pub. We do have a few topics. You know, would you let your wife, and that could be anything, right? Would you let your wife? What would you let your wife do? What will you not let her do? Also going to get into some Greyhound stories, man. If anybody's ever ridden the Greyhound bus, it's been years since I've ridden it, but I got a couple of pretty wild stories, and I'm going to get into those and break those down. Yeah. So we got about 7 minutes left in the game. Lions up 21-20 over the Kansas City Chiefs. NFL Week 1 opening night 2023. So I assume, we'll get a few people in after the game as well. It's hard to compete with them NFL ratings, man. Ain't nobody compete with the NFL, man. But on Thursday night, we had to do it. And I'm over here in the Pacific. I'm starting late enough as it is. So we are going to go and are going to roll. Salute to everybody that came through Sunday for my birthday pod bash. That was awesome. We had Beeline and CA and Brother Ray in the building for that one. Oh, by the way, sponsored by Gubba Rum, but, I don't want to keep drinking all my Gubba Rum. I got to take it around town, let these guys, these bars and stuff taste it. So I do have a Corona. And I was like at the little smoke shop, and I'm like, damn, what am I going to drink tonight? I've been drinking vodka hard. Probably haven't drank whiskey in about a month or so. Honestly, maybe 3 good weeks. And I didn't want to break the bank today. So I got a little 10 high. Ooh, some cheap shit when they serve it in that plastic bottle. It was $3.99 for the half pint. which is the one that I wanted. But apparently, when it rang up, it was $5.99. So I was like, "What the fuck? You charged me $2 more, you cocksucker!" But it's all good. 10 high, America's native spirit, bourbon whiskey. Yeah, sour mash. So we'll see how far I make it in the stream drinking, a $5 bottle of 10 high whiskey. Ooh. But I just wanted to get off the vodka and the gin for a minute. And I almost went over to the tequila side. And then, just to chase it up a little bit, I don't always drink soda, but when I do, I make sure it's Canada Dry, baby, ginger ale all day. So that's what I'm going to be on tonight. Turning up. I even got a black and mild. I don't know what possessed me to do that. Stopped off in Vegas. Well, it's been 2-3 weeks since I went to Vegas now. And I was puffing blacks out there because we was on the Lindsay. And, I kind of just want something. My other two homies are smoking Stogs and, keep the mouth, occupied until you get the nipple in there. And shit, I don't know. I had a weak moment. So I got me a little black and mild. I'll probably puff that. I only do the black and mild wood tips. Original wood tip. I used to do I love the Royales. Black and mild. I used to be a big wine guy. But then the wines got played out and they started making me sick. But anyway, this is probably the third or fourth black and mild I've had in, 3 good years. I used to be on those heavily. And I mean heavily, man. But tonight, that's where that's at. Also, in a couple of cheating stories. Tonight's topic, it really was spawned by just a question hit me. We're going through some stuff, and I was looking on some flights to send my girl back home. And we're not going through things, but just, family things. And I said, baby, what about taking the Greyhound bus? And she was like, sure, I'll do it if it's cheaper. I said, no, hell no. Hell no. I was just playing, but thank you, for being cool like that. I said, I would never put you on a Greyhound bus, baby. I ain't put my woman up on the crazy ass Greyhound bus. And I said, that's a good topic tonight. So would you ever, let your wife or your girlfriend, your partner, your baby mother, your significant other, would you let her step foot on the Greyhound bus in 2023? Just interesting, concept. Not much of a football fan. I honestly didn't even realize it was opening weekend until like 3 hours ago. I was like, oh, fuck. Excuse my language. I'm trying to not to curse as much. But I didn't even realize it was opening weekend. I grew up, brainwashed by sports, mainstream sports. And but these days, I just can't get into it, And I'm just kind of over it, but it's still fun. I watch the games here and there, but I do not get invested anymore. I don't have a team, I don't give a damn about none of that stuff, I appreciate sports and American sports for what they are. But yeah, I don't have that urge to rally behind my team and then talk shit to your team if they lose. And then I'm going to be moping around the rest of the week because my team's down. I just personally don't do that anymore. I find that a bit of a weakness, and when you do your history about the sports and how they're made for complete distraction, you just realize what they are. And I enjoy the entertainment, but I don't get hyped up about the talking heads or anything that the players do off the field, but I don't mind watching a great game. Love live sporting events. Love going to those. I'll probably be catching a Wolfpack football game here in the next few weeks, and I can't wait for Wolfpack college basketball. And then they're just always fun. I like to go support the women's games too, college basketball, because most of the time they're free or like $5 tickets because they can't get anybody in to watch them anyway. And they got some hotties, man, running up and down the court, sweating and shit. They don't all look like bull daggers. You got some badass college basketball players, man. But so that's I was thinking about something like that. And then on a personal note, I've been following this Brother Polite guy. Following him around YouTube. Maybe about 8 years ago, I caught wind of him and Sinetta and the whole Black conscious community. Apparently, Brother Polite, was just sentenced to like 7 years prison over some apparently a rape, child molestation charge. So I'll probably pull that up, talk a little bit about that as well. And as always, if we have people that are in the live chat and want to engage, well, then come on through. I do this show regardless, week in, week out, not missing a beat. But you, the listener, and the subscribers, the supporters, have the ability to direct the show, if you will. If you want to be heard, if you want to promote something, if you just got something to get off your chest, drop it in the chat. Whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, Podbean, Spotify, wherever we are, feel free to come through and get your shit off, man, because YouTube might censor, but the Hide Pub don't. Okay? So I just want to get out of the building. Harry's drinking again! All right. Oh, and then I got to go on Facebook and see these fucking breastfeeding pictures. And they still kind of turn me on because you're just looking at tits. Oh, God. Anyway, let's get out of there. Yeah. If you follow us on the Facebook, Harris is drinking. We're back on the reels. Been dropping a lot of reels on the Facebook. Trying to crack 200 followers on there. And also TikTok at Hide Up Pubcast. And if you're give the show a like, man, and a share. If you like my feng shui on the mic, a few weeks ago, a few months ago, I was kind of not nervous, but I was like, damn, I don't know if I can hold down the microphone. And now we just doing it like that, baby. So if you do like the content, man, check us out on the other platforms. And I got to give a big shout out to WDJYFM.com. All right, 99.1 out of Atlanta. We are now up on FM radio in a few markets around the country, and they got the live streaming on the internet. And we'll be going from there. New content will be premiering next week on that platform. This week is kind of a mixture, a collage of a few interviews. I think I got Larry Hankin, DJ Steady interview, and then a 10-minute segment talking about NFTs from one of our earlier shows about a year ago, way early. One of the earliest clips on the channel. What is an NFT? So I threw those three together. And then at the end of this week's broadcast, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific, WDJYFM.com. You can catch it there. Also, I'll be playing a song every week off my albums, Desert Underground Volume 1 and Volume 2. At the end of this week's show, you'll be hearing All My People, which is off Desert Underground Volume 1. So I'm so thankful to have these platforms and, to be growing the channel a little bit and having these other opportunities. So thank y'all. And that's what it is, man. Let's go ahead and check this score here. What we got? Refresh my screen. Are the Lions going to upset the Chiefs? 2 minutes left, still 21-20. All right. And see, I don't know whose ball it is, whatever. I'm on DuckDuckGo. It doesn't tell me whose ball, like Google. And then a few hours ago, too, probably just instead of maybe Nevada news, we might cover a little general news segment tonight. Apparently, China has banned iPhones from government officials in China. So if you work for the Chinese government, you can no longer use an iPhone. And that's interesting because our country has been talking about going back and forth, banning TikTok and things like this. And it's weird, man. It's like the greatest nation and all this that we got going on. But right now, we're doing a poor job on our borders. And we're just doing a poor job of like, what was that story that came out? There's a Chinese foreign exchange student caught on video a couple weeks ago. He was injecting some chemical into his neighbor's door. Lived in an apartment, and he was like sticking his little syringe, and he was like injecting chemicals in their fucking apartment. What happened to that story? Don't know, but that's a terrorist threat, man. Especially if you are not a U.S. citizen and you come over here basically as a cover of a student, and you are injecting, biochemicals into somebody's apartment, and it was making them sick, and they had a little kid. That dude right there should be under the jail. Like, we should set the mark. I mean, we can go to any country, any other country outside the U.S. We fuck around. Excuse me, I'm trying to watch these F bombs. Makes more editing for me to do later when I gotta bleep it out. But we go over there and mess around, North Korea, Russia, wherever. You still steal in some countries, you get your hand cut off, you know what I mean? And then it seems like people come over here and we slap on the wrist or send them back home. But that dude should have been, and hopefully something happens of that. I mean, that's just insane. Like, you, in all the ways to harm your neighbor, this son of a bitch is injecting chemicals. Like, what kind of a chemical concoction does this dude know about that you can inject in somebody's house? And over time, it'll kill him. It'll take him out. He could have been injecting corona in their house, some coronavirus. He got it straight from the Wu-Tang factory or whatever. I mean, that's serious shit, man. So I do prop, I don't know the whole layout, but I do give props to China and other countries for putting bans on shit. Hey, we don't want that shit over here. We're trying to take care of our own. I just wish, America still had that in themselves. And let's let me see. Let me play this little CNN report real quick here. And I don't know about CNN. I believe all the news outlets are bullshit, from CNN to Fox to MSNBC. They're all, the same people controlling them, and they're just fucking with our minds. But this is CNN, whatever. I don't know. In high. Go crack the store. I'm already bored of the news. Anyway, if I was going to have more people on, I would definitely, this would be a great topic to talk about tonight. And then maybe I can link with Steady or something. We could talk about this brother Polite, get into some of this hip hop urban news. I thought that was interesting. Meanwhile, we're over here dicking around If they would have banned it, I would have never made a TikTok in the damn first place, man. Shit. So we got 142 left in the game. Lions still up 21-20. Oh, yes. Quick message real quick.
Hey, man. This is Tommy Chung, and you're listening and watching Harris is Drinking Again. Sounds like a ghetto movie.
What's cracking, y'all? It's Lil Kelpie from the 1503, a.k.a. Kelpie the P, a.k.a. call me whatever you want, just don't call me broke. And I'm fucking with the Harris is Drinking Again podcast, one of the first podcasts or platforms to put me on. Y'all better stay following them, watching them. Stay tuned for more shit. Big things happening in the future.
Harry's drinking again! Yes, I am. Sipping on some 10 High and Gubba Rum tonight with Corona and ginger ale. All right. Well, like I said earlier, man, would you let your wife, what would and wouldn't you do? Let your wife. The first question was, would you simply let your wife take a Greyhound bus in 2023? Now, years ago, I was a Greyhound warrior. I was on that bitch. I'd prefer to take the Greyhound to drive than fly, right? But I myself have some amazing stories, some sexual stories, some drug stories. I mean, you meet some of the most interesting people on the Greyhound bus. You meet a lot of low vibration people. I don't know if that's because of the market, the price point. You got people on there that they can't afford to fly, but they got to get somewhere. You have a lot of people going through changes in their life. A lot of people getting out of jail and prison. I remember one time I was riding. I took the bus from, I believe, somewhere near Seattle, Washington. It was like Yakima or something. From Yakima, Washington to Reno. Seattle to Reno or something like that. Stopped off in like Medford, Oregon, and picked up a cat. He had his bag and he had just gotten released from prison like that day, and they got him a Greyhound ticket. He was heading back down to California, I believe, and I actually chopped it up with the dude, man. He was pretty cool, He was, asking for cigarettes and shit. I was smoking back then. I think I was smoking Prime Times. Gave him a Prime Time. He was just telling me about himself. I think he just did like 7 years for fucking robbery, something like that, aggravated assault or whatever the hell. We ended up smoking a couple stoves. When I got back in the bus, hey man, you want to move your shit? Because I would always try to be the first one, even though it's the worst spot on the Greyhound, but you want to try to sit in the back, right next to the shitter. I know some shitters are horrible on the Greyhound, but you sit in the very back and you get those 3 seats. That's just like prime real estate. You talk about first class. Say, hey man, I got a little room back here. There was another seat open in the front of me, and we just started chopping it up. And I remember he gave me the number to his people's house where he was going to be staying. But I was in my young, wild, reckless days, so never reconnected back with him. But that was like an interesting, story and things that. Oh, sorry, I'm Googling here something here. Things that you wouldn't. I'm gonna see if Google comes up with it. Things you wouldn't let your wife do. Hold on. And I brought that up because it's pretty dangerous too, depending on what time of day, what city you're going to. Most of the Greyhound stations around this country, at least in the West Coast, the ones I've been to, are in like rundown areas. They're mostly in the inner cities. Really downtown kind of grimy parts, like Sacramento's Greyhound. Jesus Christ. Every time I'd get off there, it's pretty cool. But I'm just like, yo, this is like in the thick of the shit right here. They used to have a pretty The Greyhound bus station in Oakland. Oh my God. I was there for a layover one time. I was like, what the fuck is this? Let's do an F-bomb counter tonight. I think that was my third one. Okay, we might have to go to Reddit for this one. What should you never do with women other than your wife? No. Yeah. But I was saying, my girl's like, baby, if we can't afford the airfare right now, I'll take a Greyhound. I said, no. I said, I wouldn't put you on that, baby. I said, we ain't doing that bad. I'll pay the $300. Get you a round trip. Because I would never put my girl, she's not my wife, but might as well be. And I personally just would never let her on the Greyhound bus for a host of reasons. For one, it's just, like I said, low vibration, stinky motherfuckers on there. You got a lot of perverts on there, a lot of, just drug users, and you never know what you're going to get on the Greyhound bus. And so I thought that was a pretty decent thing to bring up. Shout out to Walkie up on Podbean. Salute, man. Salute. And if you want to chime in as well, would you let your wife or a child's mother or anything ride the Greyhound bus? Yes. And then just in general, is there anything else, you'd feel uneasy about your partner doing or going someplace? Or let's say she's out late at night with her homegirls or whatever. And, do you feel comfortable with her getting an Uber home rather than maybe going to pick her up at 1:00 in the morning or whatever it is, me personally, I don't know about my woman being out 1 a.m., depending on where it's at or what function it is. But I know a lot of men have different thoughts and philosophies, and certain men are, our levels of controlling are different. Our level of protecting, I guess, our women. One of the crazy thing I seen, this was again, I cannot remember, but to get from Reno to Salt Lake, or it was Reno to Vegas, you had to literally go, I think it was to Salt Lake, and they take you down through Cedar City, whatever. And it was this whole roundabout thing to get basically 7.5 hours away. It took you about 23, 24, like a whole day. And I remember making that trip numerous times in my life. And one time we stopped, and I believe it was Cedar City, Utah. And there was like two, just homeless looking guys. You could tell they're all fucked up. His jaw's going. And we stopped at, it was like a Burger King or some truck stop. It had the McDonald's and a TA center. And the two guys, everyone get off, go pee and get your food, your snacks, get back on. And the two guys got back on, and like they were arguing about, the dude bought a honey bun or a Twinkie or some shit. So one of those things with two of them, like maybe a cupcake. I remember it was a little wrapper. And they were arguing about, hey, motherfucker, you bought that with the rest of our money. Give me one. And the other dude's like, no, I gave you the cigarette. I gave you something. And they started arguing over basically a Little Debbie's snack. And it got to the point where they were pushing, and the one guy's reaching for his snack, and they had to be like separated. The bus driver, hey, that's it. You guys get off the bus. And then they started to kind of yell at the bus driver, and he called the backup or the police or whatever. And these two gentlemen got kicked off the bus, and we were out of there. But that was like some interesting, just a random occurrence. I'm just minding my business, got my headphones, boom. And yeah, as we're all getting back on, it's like these two dudes arguing over a fucking Little Debbie snack. They got kicked off in Cedar City, Utah. So how are you going to get from Cedar City to Vegas to, I don't know. That always stuck in my head. And it just like the pettiness, I guess, maybe the level of like, damn, y'all, like, I know times is hard out here, but shit. Almost felt bad. I wanted to like go, hey bro, I'll go buy you one. It's not like, chill out. Let's just leave. Oh, we ended up leaving though, but there's probably about a 30-minute delay because they started fighting and arguing and the bus driver wasn't having it. I said, nope, get your asses out of here. I don't want to incriminate myself too much, but the Greyhound bus used to be a good place to transport things, you know, different things. Lawn, manure, grass, tools, shovels, things like that. So I used to do some of that and used to hit that Greyhound bus. And I don't know how it is out here anymore. But I used to know the cities where they were going to have the dogs, and they would usually just have them like at the big ones in Reno, in Vegas, Sacramento. Sometimes you have the dogs come through, sniff your bag. And there was one time where I was freaked the fuck out because I had a little something in my bag, but my boy hooked me up. He had the little vacuum seal, little thing going on. You put it in there, zzz, and it sucks the air out. And then he would, put the little Vaseline over it and wrap it in saran wrap again. And, that's how we used to transport, lawn supplies back in the day. So, but I remember getting away with that a lot. And then it got to the point where like, this is stupid. I also seen a dude get busted. One time when I had something on me, and apparently another guy completely unaffiliated or whatever, dogs come through, sniffing around, bust his ass. I don't know what he had with him, but he wasn't doing it right, and probably was something illegal. If you're just transporting basic landscaping tools, then you don't have a problem. It was just after that. I think this one was here in Reno. And it was shortly after that, I was like, all right, if I get to where I'm going, this is it. This is it. Like, because that shit always worried me, But luckily, that time of my life ceased, and we're on the straight and narrow. And just wild stories from the Greyhound. Remember my brother, man. Me and my brother used to get some girls off the Greyhound. Remember one time, I think this might have been in Oregon too. I made a lot of trips up that Northwest and down to Vegas on that Greyhound bus. A lot of times I'll be tweaking or on cocaine or have whatever. And remember one evening, I met up with this just another chick. You're just on the Greyhound, and eventually people started talking, and we get off. I'm smoking a Stogue at the stop. I got a little joint on me. I'm firing up. People, hey, come through and hit that joint. Boom. We get to chopping. We go a little further. The next stop, they're like, yo, well, I got some shit on me. Shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's word shit. Yeah, I was just doing a little bit of that too. And this bitch, I'm thinking, okay, the next stop, probably hit a little something. Again, I got the back seat next to the bathroom and shit. So I'm chilling over there. And she just gets the idea. We ain't waiting. She busts out the motherfucking pipe, the quagmire. And proceeds to load a bowl right there in front of me. Bends down in between my legs and starts spinning the puddle right there in the back of the bus. I'm just like, oh shit. I'm like, baby, the little smoke starts coming up. I'm like, baby girl, like she's blown. That shit freaked me out because when you're playing with fire like that, you're already dealing with heavy consequences. And I've done a lot of ballsy shit, but smoking dope on the Greyhound bus while it's moving like that just and of course, I'm like, oh shit, smoke a little bit. So I reach down, I get me a little pull because, well, it's already burning. Might as well hand it back to her. Hey, just chill out, put it up. And that was fucking interesting. Later, we keep riding down the the interstate, and I could tell she's feeling herself. She wasn't bad looking, a little tweakerish kind of girl, probably a couple years into it. Nice body, still cute face, but you could tell, she's starting to spiral. But I don't know, man. This chick just kind of starts getting horny, and I don't know, the conversation gets turned on sex for whatever reason. And she's kind of started, play with her titty and just do the, and everything. And long story short, I ended up getting a hand job and a little pecker suck, nothing crazy, but got a little pecker suck on the Greyhound right there, man. Just puts her head down, and I'm just like, oh. But of course, because I'm already blowing on this shit, it's already I'm already a little shriveled up, and I'm whatever, but I'm starting to get excited, and so I got me a little hand job, man, a little head on a Greyhound bus. Well, so these are just some of the things that can take place, and by the next, was it 2 stops, she gets off, never to be seen again, right? Lord only knows, what's happening to that girl or whatever the hell. So that was a wild story from the Greyhound bus as well, man. Salute to everybody, man. Shout out to Evac Tats. What's good up here on Twitch? What's your Discord? Maybe I can help you with your Twitch custom graphics, design, and even more. Man, you Twitchers be on that Discord. Everybody that comes from Twitch be like, you got a Discord. I don't have a Discord. I don't have a Discord. Could very easily make another one. I've made one in the world somewhere, but I do not have one currently. But you know what? I'm probably gonna have to make one up, and it's probably just gonna be Hide a Pubcast everywhere. Hide a Pubcast everywhere. Evac Tats. Are you a tattoo artist then? I see. Salute. Maybe I can help with your, because the whole Twitch thing. You know what you can help me with? Why doesn't Twitch save my videos automatically? Every time I go live, I see the live video for about 24 hours and then it disappears. And then when you go to my Twitch channel and you go to videos, there's nothing there. And I've been doing lives on Twitch for well over a year. Is there something that I have to do to save the video on Twitch? Because you go to my Twitch channel, it just looks bare. But I'm here every week on Twitch. So that'd be fucking cool, man. What's going on with that Twitch, man? And thank you for the follow as well, man. Yeah, thank you. Got to get them Twitch numbers up. They're looking rough. Twitch and Twitter, I can't get no love on there. I don't know. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok showing me love, man. A lot of views, a lot of likes on TikTok. Again, I was hesitant to download that shit, but I finally fell for it. Maybe I'll do the same thing with the Discord. I got a Rumble too. I made a Rumble. I made a fucking Patreon. I got everything out there. It's just a lot. It's a lot to stay up to date with. But I will be. I'll check into that though. $10 high, $5 fifth of whiskey in a plastic bottle. A little sour mash, huh? It ain't bad. I believe I've had that shit before. It's just been years and years and years. All right. Yeah, man. Lions upset the Chiefs 21-20. Wow. Chiefs were at home too, right? Lions with the early season upset. Wow. And I believe the Chiefs are slated to repeat as Super Bowl champions. So, must have been a good game. Very good game. I typed in this shit on Quora and they give a bunch of simp answers. You should never degrade her self-respect. You should never take her for granted. You should never forget that she is your wife, not just a human. You should never cheat on her. You should never treat her as inferior. You should never compare her to anyone. You should never abuse her in any way. What are some of the things that a wife should never ever do? The same things that any significant other should never do. Lie, cheat, abuse you, put down what makes you happy. They should be your equal. Even though you may have different responsibilities, you are a team. And if something is bothering you, then talk about it. Miri Diaz says, a wife should never break her vows or neglect her husband. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty common sense shit. This would have been a great topic, and I might bring it back up to next week. Next week's show, TNR 86. Actually, we got a guest, coming back on. Her first time on, I believe she goes by Tone Motivates, and she's a clinical behavioral therapist. Whatever the hell that is. A clinical behavioral therapist, someone that behaves in a clinic, studies people. Maybe she works with prisoners and different reforms. I don't know. We're going to find out, though. I'm actually going to reach out to her this week, send me a little bit of breakdown of herself. I'll have the thumbnail out this weekend. And that one's interesting because I want to talk to her about like behavior and why men do what we do. And maybe myself, give her a little bit of my life story, my history, and see what she has to say about it. You know, college educated woman. So next week's show is going to be very interesting, and I need some sort of therapist. This is therapy night rant. So we finally have a real therapist coming on the show next week. I'm excited for that. Tell me why my behavior, why do I have to smoke and drink? And why do I have so many vices? And, why, do I do this? And why do I put my girl through this? And, I'm trying to get into that sort of side of things. You know what I mean? It's going to be amazing. Tone Motivates on Facebook. And wish I had some further information because I don't know where else you can find her at. But that's what the interview's for. So definitely tap in next week, 8 p.m. For an interview with a clinical behavioral therapist. And wow. Because I've done a lot of messed up stuff. We all have. We talk a lot about weak men on here. Men behavior in general. We could cheating and just kind of why. I got a lot of friends, a lot of homeboys, man. We're still what's that word? Rolling Stones. We're still, you can't tell us shit. We're gonna wake up and do what we want to do. I'd rather be single than in a relationship where I had to bow down and listen to a woman anyway every day. So, There might be something wrong with that. There might not be. I think there's something wrong with men that take a lesser role and kind of let the woman wear the pants. I don't agree with that shit. You know, yes, equal in some regards, but I'm a traditional man. Like, you know, if it's after fucking 7 p.m. and anytime, really, there's a knock at the door, I'm going to go answer it. Let me go answer it. Sit the fuck down. I'm the man here, goddamn. Let me answer the door. What's going on, you know? Very basic stuff like that. That's what I believe. Didn't have time to stop at the cigar shop and get a real cigar, smoking on the black a mile of the night. Why would I do that? Why would I resort back to such retrogression? That's what I want to look into, though, man. Shit, man. I'm super excited for next week's show. I'm excited for every week's show. Like I said, man, I enjoy these therapy night rants, just sitting here solo. But the engagements with the guests is amazing, and they're always learning about new people. And then people's, lives, mind, and careers. I am proud of myself this week. I think I went a whole 30 hours without drinking. I drank a little heavy this weekend. It being my birthday and all. Salute to the Virgos out there still. Virgo season in effect. I think the next 2 shows are still going to be in Virgo season. I think it ends September 21st or 22nd. So I did drink a little heavily. I polished off a pint to myself on Sunday. And then I think it was Saturday, me and Fatty Phil killed a fifth collectively. So that's another pint by myself, roughly. And then I've only had a beer. I cracked open a beer about an hour before the show. Actually, yeah, I didn't drink Tuesday and Wednesday. I had a swig of wine yesterday, I think. But yeah, I'm going to try to start tightening it up a little bit. Maybe go back to only drinking on Thursdays. Give myself like 2 nights a week. You know, Thursday, Friday. Or Wednesday, Thursday. Because sometimes, man, my own temptations get the best of me. I got to put restrictions on myself. Shout out to my new favorite dispensary in town too, Silver State Relief. I was going to Greenleaf Wellness, but I like Silver State. They got $5 pre-rolls, $4 pre-rolls, and I picked up a half ounce of marijuana for $35. $41.29 with tax to be exact. I'm sorry, but even you street dealers, you ain't giving no love on no 35 halves. So shout out to the Nevada government that has made it possible for us to smoke our weed legally and freely in this great, beautiful state of Nevada. I think the dispensaries are going lower, so they're actually trying to price out the street dealer now, you know? Maybe that's what they've always been doing. But ever since I moved back here, I just be going to the dispo. Then I get pulled over. I ain't got to worry about it. You got any drugs in the car? I got weed, officer. Hell yeah. You know, it's all, you know, it's in the bag. I don't have to worry about riding with the loose Ziploc bag. You know what I'm saying? And I got that from Greenleaf. I got that from Silver State. So I'm really appreciative of that. Thank you for Nevada legislation. But I have to say, this weed right here is like, this is a weird one because it's not staying lit. And the first $35 eighth I bought was fire. This one smells delicious, but it's, I don't know, it's not staying lit how I would like it to, you know? Yeah. Up in the building. Maybe back to let me type this on the screen though as well. What are some other things that, would you let your wife? Shout out to Beeline, man. I see him on TikTok doing this new what's in my house thing. Maybe I'm gonna start that. I'm gonna do a spin-off Beeline, and I'm gonna do would you let your wife? And I'll be asking men like, so I'm just sitting here on the shitter, and I was just thinking, would you let your wife? Boom. Hashtag would you let your wife? I don't know. Just thoughts from the envy. I'll tell you this much, man. Baby mama or not, wife or not, she's, she might as well be wifey. She's in my phone under wifey, and me out more. There's a lot of things I ain't letting my wife do, as I believe there should be. Now, if she's a good woman, which I have, you don't have to tell her what she can and can't do. A lot. I believe women need guidance. And as a man, you're supposed to guide them. And I believe that men need guidance too. A woman is supposed to guide her man with her intuition and her feminineness. But I'm lucky I have a woman who I don't have to coach a lot or give direction to. She's very smart. She's a great mother. I told her the other day, if both of us had vices, that would be horrible. She got just a couple low key vices, but nothing like myself, which is why it works out perfect because, we have money, we have all the stuff we need. If I was with another woman and she smoked weed like me, oh my gosh, we'd never have no money. We'd be arguing, bickering. You smoked the last blunt, you took all my. If I had a woman that drank or anything like that, it'd be all bad. So any fellas out there, man, sometimes I think a lot of men, they think, oh man, I just want a woman I could smoke and chill with and drink. And well, that might be so until you get kids involved and a house and money and cars and finances. And then you're going to be like, you definitely wouldn't want another woman who matches your drinking or matches your smoking. Or if you're the man, and your woman is she's the more sexual one, let's say. Thank God that's not the case in mine, because then you'd be worrying about your woman sleeping around or sleeping with your best friend or getting off work wanting to suck some dude's dick in the parking lot. Like I've had my dick sucked in the parking lot. She was with another guy. They were taking a break, but I beat the brakes off that pussy in the parking lot. And then later on at her house, like a few days later. And then a few days later after that, she was back with her baby daddy. All hugged up on the socials again. And I'm just like, damn, I just sucked her asshole while that fucking dude was away. Amazing. And then things like that, even I guess my karma would be like, dude, you've done some shady shit of your own. And therefore, I have a hard time trusting her. I have a hard time trusting that I have such a great woman, because I almost feel like bad stuff is supposed to happen to me, or like, there's something there just because I've seen so much betrayal and cheating and trauma and, women literally getting off work, just coming to swoop up the homeboy in this instance. And she's blowing the homeboy in the back, lets me drive the whip. She's blowing the homeboy in the back of her car. And we go basically park down the street by her house. She's slopping him up. I just get out, smoke. I'm just literally sitting right there. He gets out. She gets back in the front seat, drives down the block just a few more yards, turns in her driveway, and we walk back down the other way. And she's literally going in to the house after work. And I mean, and it's not like a big time gap. Like she got off 30 minutes ago. This was a small town. You guys know the town. They call it Dub. And I'm talking about in a matter of minutes, man. She done, molly-whopped a dude. And she's going in the house like after an 8-hour day to play mom. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So those are just some of the horrors, not whores, horrors, like horror film. Those are some of the horrors that I've came across in my day. And I'm just like, man, you gotta vet these women and shit. And you do gotta kind of check them here and there. Like I do keep a lot of strain on my girl, at least once a month. I just kind of check her like, what's up, And I don't care about showing them the schizo side or the paranoid side or the jealous side. Bitch, I want you to fucking know that I'm a little bit jealous. You know what I mean? I want you to fucking, know that my eyeballs is on you. You feel me? Keep in check just a little bit. But not all men are like that. I was watching a little Netflix show this week, and they're all like this now. But I get so tired of seeing how gullible and naive they make the man out to be in the relationship. Like I just said, like I don't care if it's insecurity, whatever. Like if my girl's on the phone, like doing something, or I just get that little feeling. I'll be like, yo, who the fuck you talking to? Or I'll go over there, let me see your shit. And she'll be like, really? Like I'm not, and there's never nothing. She's literally never doing nothing. It's just in my brain. But I feel better about that because I'm like, yeah, like I'm not one of those pushover dudes. Like if you're gonna cheat on me, you're literally gonna have to like walk a mile, like 10 miles, go up some ladders around the corner, because my spidey senses is too much. So I just let them know, like, yo, if you're gonna do some fuck shit, I'm gonna make you work for that shit though. It ain't gonna be easy. It just baffles me how naive they make the guy look and weak these days. To the point, like, in the show when that she's cheating and she's like, and then the guy comes in, what's up, babe? Are you ready to go? And she's like, yeah. And like instantly puts the phone in her back pocket. And he's just like, okay, well, we're waiting for you. And he just goes downstairs. Man, I'm the brother, I was, man, we walk up. Yo, what the fuck are you doing? Who you in here texting, man? We're out here waiting for you. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. And I'll be like, why you look nervous? Like, why are you looking all nervous now and shit like that? I'm that guy, Keep him on the toes. And realistically, I just don't believe that men are that naive, man. I know a lot of them are, but you got to be kidding me. Like, you're not. Harry's drinking again. You're not gonna get over on me like that, baby girl. Yeah. And I forget what show it was. It was just like they're all like that. Some other one I was kind of just watching. I don't really watch them like that, but I'll watch 3 or 4 episodes. I'm actually trying to finish The Ballers. It's not too bad of a show, but I'll watch a few episodes and then just move on. Like with most things, that's why here on a Thursday night, Therapy Night Rants, episode 85 weeks in a row. I mean, let's be real. Yeah, your school teachers, your priests, your pastors, people in high positions, they got to be places 85 weeks in a row. But what guy, what podcaster just, who don't got to be here, who's just a man with a vision, commits himself like this? Very few. Shout out to my barber this week. I was sitting there getting my hair cut, my fade, curls is looking right. And so what you been up to, man? Last time I said, well, shit, I got this podcast and a YouTube channel, man. I be trying to do my thing. Oh, for real? Oh yeah, I got a homie that, he was talking about something like that. He was thinking about doing something like that, and it's like, yeah, man, it's cool, yeah. And then, a few minutes go by, then yeah, I got another homie that wants to do that, and it's like, yeah, well, he should. Everybody want to do something until it's time to do something. I just said, man, I offered, I said, yo, let me promote your business. I'll come through with my cameras, film you doing hair. Not too bad. Got the little, he's working on his shit too. He's working. He just finished his school. But I say, one of the things is consistency. That's the biggest thing. He said, yeah. But I'm like, no, bro, for real it is. I said, I've had 2 awesome opportunities come at me simply off my consistency. I said, dog, I only have 300 subscribers yet, whatever. I said, there's nights ain't nobody watching. I literally just sit there and I'm just talking to myself, right? But I was like, if he really wants to do this, he's got to get it in his head. It's a long-term thing. It's not, if you're doing this for instant gratification, it's like, that shit ain't really going to work out because you're going to be motivated for 2 months and then you're going to fall off. But that was an interesting conversation just because I found myself becoming more useful because a lot of people drop off, right? Especially these young guys, young kids. Oh, I want to rap because I was that way, even though I kept at the music for about 7 years. I did. I didn't put my 100% in it though. But when I was talking with this young man and just hearing he sounds like he's got all similar to myself, like homies. The homie, yeah, my homie was talking about it. He wants to start a YouTube channel. He wants to do a podcast. And I'm like, well, why isn't he doing it though? Fuck all this, and that's when I hit my breaking point at the end of 2021. I hit my breaking point. And I said, I'm done talking about it. I said, I sound like a broken record. I feel like a loser. I feel like I'm letting myself down. Because I kept talking about it. Like, there's a difference between talking about it and then manifesting it down the road. But then it's like, when some cats are just talking. I was one of those guys just like talking. I had the vision. But I didn't have the complete vision, I guess you could say. So I felt like I was more so talking. And I said, you know what, enough's enough. I'm getting the mic. The next dollar I got, it's going towards this. I started doing my research, looking at the equipment, and I 110% committed myself to this. And that's what I told him. And so I said, yeah, man, if your boys have them come on the show. I said, I go live every Thursday, man. How you going to want to do a podcast, but then you don't want to just come do a podcast? You see what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand about people. A lot of people, they want to do something, but then they don't want to do it. Like, oh, hey, I gave my card and everything. I got another, person that wants to come on how you going to do something you don't want to do something? I don't know. That's why I be doing all these different podcasts, or when I was doing music. If I'm somewhere in public and I hear banter behind me, and I hear like keywords, mics, lights, content, podcast. Like if I hear words like that, I'll turn around just like, did you say podcast? Oh yeah, dude, we're talking about. Oh cool, and then I insert myself. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's hunger, though. That's a part of hunger, and that's something I was willing to do. And hopefully the young man can get his peeps to come on. But that was just a lightweight rant. That my own consistency, has actually provided me with some opportunities like this WDJY thing that we got going on now. It's another platform. It's simply another platform than we had last year. That's the way I look at it. Next year, another opportunity will present itself. Boom, there's another one. 3 years go by, 4 years go by. You keep on putting it in. Your time is going to come. And you might not make the shot. I'm going to make the shot, but your time will come. Coach will call your number. Damn, this 10 high is already getting me buzzed up over here. I just felt the buzz come on, just like that. That shit is smooth, too, boy. That shit is smooth. It ain't too bad. All right, let's get some other beats loaded up in here. Boom, boom, boom. Once again at the Hyder Pub. Show love. Go and hit that sub. This is the place where you can smoke bud. Even though I'm one take in the show, I don't know, cause I still flow, I still blow, freestyle yo in the form of sentences. No repentances, but I should. If I ever wanna be safe up at the hood, Hyder Pub, where you smoke bud. Have you a drink with the bartender while he think? We do hygiene checks so the bitches don't stink. That's right. Back to the Greyhound, real quickly. I slept in the Greyhound stations before. Once on a layover, and a few times just because I literally was homeless in a sense. You know, hey, if mama's alive, I'm never homeless. You know, I always got a place to stay, wherever mama is. But as a man, that's not feasible. So you're literally kind of homeless until you figure your own shit out. And there was a time when I was staying in this abandoned apartment. Had no lights, no running water. We were squatters pretty much. And then I would also go to the Greyhound though and sleep because they had 24 hours. And there would be other like homeless people there, and you could just like sprawl out on the Greyhound floor. You know, and I don't know if I was, because I didn't look the complete homeless part. They weren't tripping on me. Like I'd still wet my hair and, you know, have a fucking shirt on, polo shirt, and I would just be acting like I was waiting for a bus, you know, till the morning or whatever. Or sometimes literally have no place to go, maybe have a couple dollars, some coins, and I would just go find a Greyhound station and just post up. You know, you smoke cigarettes. I would have my little backpack or whatever, a trash bag with me. I was living like that for a while, man. In limbo life. And it was a good experience, but I'm glad I'm not there anymore for sure. You know, I learned what I had to learn from that experience. And then being on the other side of that these last few years, just like, okay, well, if you don't want to go back to that, stay smart, stay, have morals, just be level-headed, don't make stupid-ass decisions, and stay in control of your emotions at all times. Because believe it or not, I mean, they say, pussy's the reason why most black men are in prison. And it's like, yeah, that's probably a trigger behind it. But the real reason behind that is emotions, like mental controlling your shit as a man, or controlling your alcohol, right? How many guys drink and they black out? White boys do that. Oh man, what the fuck? What happened last night, bro? Dude, I was wasted, man. I've never been like that. I actually despise people like that, and I despise that. Like, if you get so drunk and you don't know if somebody stuck a toothbrush in your ass the night before or not, or whatever the fuck, like, that ain't good to me. So I've always been in check on my emotions like that, on that sort of wavelength. Might have to do a mic placement. I think I'm going to clean out the studio this week. I have to readjust my mic. I wanted more there, maybe something like that. Every week's getting busier here in the Haida Pub. Ooh. I like that beat. Every week, though, with the addition of the FM slot, Saturday and Sunday, 58 minutes, 116, what did I say? It's 464 extra minutes a month that I have to put into this venture. Staying busy is great. Let's talk about multitasking for a second, if we can. Let me send this to a few Facebook groups as well, just so motherfuckers know what the deal is. Send this to the crew, let everybody know we up in the building. Even though it's just been over an hour show. Bam. See, multitasking. Let me get back on the thing. Yeah, multitasking. Those of you who can't multitask, well, you better learn. And I'm not talking about multitask like, again, my woman does this shit. She'll be playing her phone, playing the game on her phone, and have her tablet going at the same time. And she could be in the living room, Netflix on one screen. She's watching Netflix on the tablet and playing the game. Or my son was watching the TV, then he went in the backyard or something, and then the TV will still be on. She's playing the game while listening to a show or something like that. That's not what I'm talking about multitasking. I'm talking about multitasking. You know what it is. We men, we work, right? That's off top. We got to go hustle, get some money. But then we got duties, you know, if you got kids, you got to be a present. See, one thing I actually had a clarity on this week is I'm a present father. That's what it was foretold to me. Like, I'm not not in this current situation. The last 6 years, I've been a great provider. I took a huge fucking pay cut this last year, but it's okay. Money's coming in all angles to me. I'm gonna be very wealthy, and money ain't a thing but energy, baby. So we'll get some of this current flowing to me. But I'm a very present dad, in terms of even over the monetary, I'm there. Right? Me and my girl, we spend a lot of quality time with the kids. Like, my fucking son is my best friend. I was actually gonna let him come on the podcast before it started, and he wanted to. And then right before I'm getting ready, he's like, "Nah, I don't want." I'm like, "Dude, come on, bro, don't be shy." I'm kind of glad he didn't, just because I would have had to change the settings. But he gets on the mic with me, and we bullshit in the background. I really don't want the world to see him like that, but I was actually gonna let him today if he would have stuck with it anyway. But the multitasking, there's that, and just being like diligent on your craft. If you're a gym rat, hey, don't let your woman and your kids get you fat and off your game. Go to work, hey baby, I'm gonna come home with you, but I have to go to the gym for my mental health. If you were doing something before you also met a woman, like, I would recommend staying in that routine. Don't waver, ladies too. If you're doing something before you met this man and it's not harming you and it's even benefiting you and could benefit your relationship, then keep doing that. Don't let this dude get you off your square. Stop going to yoga. Don't stop, none of that shit. Especially if that's what makes you, sweetie. But it goes along with the multitasking. How are you going to multitask? Take care of your man. Take care of your hair. Take care of your nails. You going to school. You working. You take care of your mom, your grandma. Is there any women that volunteer? Where are those women at, man? I'd love to meet me in my next life, like a humanitarian. Like, is there still women that, like, truly women that, like, garden and they're just so nurturing and loving that they just like do those women even exist? Like, they don't even have to be on social media. I know the older ones do. I know one currently. But that'd be the shit if there was So I'm trying to attract a woman who can multitask. Right? Women get mad because a lot of men can't multitask. They can't work on their craft and keep their dick up and to please their woman because there ain't enough time in the day or they don't have enough energy. But that's a job, baby. I done worked 10 hours. I worked 12 yesterday. Came home. I played with the kid. I helped the other kid with the damn homework. Helped you with dinner. I took out the trash. Now you still I still gotta have sex and please you? That's a big duty. And then don't forget about sending out that email, editing those videos or whatever you had to get done, right? So, man, you just pretty much multitasking, man. You got to be a multitasker, period. In more ways than one. We got to be present with our friends and family and I'm glad I don't have that burden though. With if it's people outside of my immediate household, I don't really have to be that patient with you. I'm just glad about that. Like, I don't actually have a lot of family that depends on me. I'm not ever gonna have to take care of a sick family member, you know, that's not my woman or my kids. And I wouldn't. And they all know that too. I'm selfish enough. I'm not giving up my job. I love you, Mom, but if you get sick, I'm not moving back across the country to take care of you. None of that shit. I'm literally not that dude. Hell, move my mom's in, and I'd rather foot the burden paying for a caretaker at that point. But my time is just so precious. It's so precious. I couldn't dedicate, and so kudos to people who do that, man. Real shit, though. I know I'm an asshole. But I wouldn't do that. I ain't changing daddy's diapers and none of that shit. Now, you ask, well, wouldn't you want your kid to do that for you? Well, number one, that's far away, buddy. Right? I would want some help, some minor help. I mean, it'd be nice. And I'll give some minor help, but like all this, like, you have these people, just people you work with. Oh, I had to take care, my uncle has stage 4 and, I changed his bed sores or whatever the hell, you just hear these people talking. I'm like, for real? Like, you know what I'm saying? They just give up so much of themselves. And that's a beautiful thing, because without those people, I mean, but I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, and I won't be that guy. I'm actually glad. It actually makes me happy. It actually makes me happy that I'm that way. And I tell people this. Like, I'm just not that guy. Don't call me to ask me to fucking help you move. I'm not lending you 20. Like, no, I'm not. I'm just not that guy. I'll help you in other ways or something. I'd rather, you got to be my dog. You got to be like the dog. True family. Yeah. I would help for a little bit. Like, let's say if, one of the homies, got shot or something, God forbid, right? And they needed, some assistance. I'd help my homeboy up, man, to the shitter a time or two. Oh man, I'm not changing your fucking bag though. See, that's the difference. I don't know, homie. This is where you got to call for help, the professional help, because I'll help you get on the shitter, but I mean, if I gotta be somewhere and you can't get off, I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah. That's what it is here at the Hyder Pub. Real thoughts from the NV on a Thursday night therapy night rants. Harry's drinking again. 85 weeks in a row. Yes. What we got? 365 days in the year. What was that? 730 in 2. Yeah. All right. Year is closing in. We got about 2 weeks left in Virgo month, Virgo season. Then we go to the what? Libras, I think. Libras or Leos, I think, come next. And we're going to keep pushing through. Like I said, next week, a guest, clinical behavior therapist. It's not in the books, but we're going to get Young Prophet back on. We're going to have The Moment back on. I'm trying to do some outside projects with them. Instead of just a live interview, I want to really be a videographer guy. I really want to showcase my skills as a video editor, and I'm trying to set some stuff up, some quality stuff. But if it is that, it's taking too long, man, just come on the show, man. Just come on. Just get your ass on here on Thursday night, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna win the Emmy, down the road. All right. Rasputin up in the building. Podbean, salute. How you doing tonight, sir? Rasputin. That's a. Is it a cartoon? Is that a Rasputin? That's a character or something, or a historical figure. I don't know. I've heard that name. Shout out to you, weird motherfuckers. Podbean be its own world. Podbean listeners are something else. Dedicated. I'm telling you what. As Star says, dedicated to the dumb shit. And here at the How to Pub, I don't know, I just specialize in all sorts of different nonsense, from fucking getting jerked off on a Greyhound bus and to whatever the hell I was just talking about a minute ago. Sometimes I be forgetting. You just black out. You just black out. You're just in it. You're in it to win it for the minute. One thing in my journalism I do want to get better on, and the analytics will tell me too, is when certain peak, there is certain topics and peak points you'll hit, and then when things go flat. And maybe that's where that is where I could get better in the show. I'm going to admit this again. The other week, a few weeks ago, I believe I said, I think when Brother Ray was on, I said, I don't even put 100% into this, and I like go hard, like we're talking about just the consistency. And I think that's what I was meaning, is like there's just so much more you could do, whether it's the videos or lives, incorporating actual useful information. Maybe I should go invest in a printer, and I could print out stories and actually have like a formulated show, and to keep the engagement. I'd be thinking of that stuff. I think of all that, how to get better and conduct myself and things like that. All in due time, though. The most important thing is you just sitting down here. You just sit down here and you do your show. And every week you never know what you're going to get. And because of that, things will come. And they have been coming. In this day and age, man, it's we like to compare ourselves to other people. It's real hard not to. It's hard in this age not to watch all this social media. All I do is watch YouTube. Like 90% of my content just come from other YouTubers and shit, right? That I consume. So it is hard not to be influenced, right? Influencers. That's a weird term, though. Influencers. Almost sounds kind of sounds about on point when you're talking about the actual deaf, dumb, and the blind. The other 85% of people. Where we just want to be like, you know what I mean? Television. When they created that television, they're telling us their vision, and we're sitting there looking up. Everybody just now we're on the screens, just you can't get enough. I had to check I'd be checking my own self with my phone sometimes. I'm on the shitter. And I'm trying to tell my daughter the other day, hey, don't take the phone into the bathroom. Like, stop taking the phone into the bathroom. And she just gives me that look like, like you and mom do it, like she didn't say that, but I'm like, she just gives me that like. Then I was thinking of like, dude, and it's like, I know, but it's like she's on the motherfucker. She's like sitting on the toilet, FaceTiming your friends. That's where I was like, yo, do your fucking business on your own. Like your friends don't got to be included on your potty time. You're fucking little girl still. You know what I mean? Like basically embrace your fucking privacy. What little you do have left. Period. Like, I don't really be talking to motherfuckers. That's not, I guess I'll answer the phone, but nah, I ain't talked to nobody on the shitter for a minute. Maybe my girl or something. She's out, hey boo, yeah, I'm getting ready to shit, get up in the shower, that sort of thing. But I do sit there and I listen to stuff, or I'll keep listening to my podcast. I'll make thumbnails while taking a shit. It's hard. It's fucking hard to get away from. Yeah. All right, where the beats at, man? Where's the give me some beats, man. Like, where's that bounce? Give me that bounce. That little synth. Give me the synth down. Give me the synth. Let's do it one more time, man. Harry's drinking again. Sponsored by Gubba Rum, the official sponsor of the Harris is Drinking Again Pubcast. Visit gubbarum.com today to find out where you could purchase your bottle. Delicious stuff, man. Gubba Rum. It is Gubbalicious and Gubba Good. Make sure you pick up something there. Only in select markets, but we're trying to get them out here to the West Coast. That's my job. As the official West Coast brand ambassador for Gubba Gold and Gubba Silver. Gubba. Yeah, it tastes about as sweet as that might right there. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So make sure you pick up some of this, man. And even if you go to the website anytime tonight, like it'll let him know, and drop Steve a message. You can find him on Facebook, on Instagram, Gubba Rum. They're all over social media. Just let him know, hey, I was listening to the Harris Pub. He said come give you a FU emoji. Like literally just drop him a message too. Be like, hey, you know what I mean? So that way he sees the traction too. He's like, hey man, because I'm trying to sell bottles for him. I haven't really talked about the sponsor. Like people just, you gotta, I got a sponsor. They're official paying sponsor. Delicious alcohol that I could really actually get behind and sell. What I want to do for Steve and his company is get them out here on the West Coast, man, and start pumping Gubba. And now I've noticed too, in the industry and the market these last few years, it's really vodka. Let's go back to like even P. Diddy and Ciroc. Then you had the 50 come with the F in. I think Kid Rock had a vodka. No, he had a whiskey. I think he had a vodka too, though. Somebody, mid 2000s and on, and then now it's becoming a really tequila's the thing now. The Rock, Chris Hart, George Clooney, Ryan Reynolds had gin. But anyway, the trend. Gin, is not really that popular, I guess, back in the 90s. Tanqueray, Snoop Dogg. But can you think, like when's rum going to trend? See, that's what I'm trying to get on now. It's like, okay, of course, I ain't no Rock and none of these guys, but let's jump on the rum trend. So the way I predict and foreshadow these things throughout the business is just doing my own studies, being a fan, looking at the research, looking at the industry. I say, you know what? Simmer pina colada, getting caught in the right. Like, you know what I mean? We already got that. Like, it's just a matter of time before, watch, 2024, 2020. Now everyone's on rum, right? Tequila's popping right now. You got the, the Michael Jordan, the Sensoro, the Jay-Z's got his little, tequila now. And he's been doing the cognacs and the Douce and all that. But watch, next couple of years, rum will be on the upswing. Watch. Market today, September 7th, 2023. I said it here, man. Give it a year, maybe two, maybe less, with the way that, people can just pop shit overnight, make it go viral. But, and I'm not even the biggest rum drinker, right? But, and being a bartender, you don't get a lot of people, you get those occasional, what kind of rums you got? You get those, like they're actually looking to see, like, besides the basic Bacardi and Myers, Pretty Dark, Malibu, Parrot Bay, people be like few and far in between asking for the rum, but that's just one of my little predictions, I think. And but it really is delicious. And then when I learned more about the way that rum is produced and distilled, and in this case, infused, no artificial flavors, no syrups. I mean, there might be a couple syrups, but ain't no fake shit. It's natural vanilla, like real. You can see the little vanilla thickness floating in the cold. When you set this, if you put it in the fridge or something, or just set it, in your house during a winter night, it actually is white. It hardens up, and you got to shake it because it actually settles. That's the difference about Gubba rum. And you could see little bits, little coconut specks floating through in the bottles. So Malibu don't do that for you, baby. So that was a hell of a plug for Gubba rum. You know what I mean? So just that's my job. So everybody else out there has a company that you would like to have sponsored, have the free promotion just thrown at you, man, and just talk all day about how great your product is. Well, I mean, this really is great, though. I plan to get more bottles and possibly set up some sort of tasting event here in the Reno area, or maybe do like a I-80 tasting tour. Real shit, man. Big things happening. Let's make it happen. I want to do an I-80 Gubba rum tasting tour. We started off in Reno and we end back in Reno. We go from Reno, we hit up Lovelock, Battle Mountain, Winnemucca, Carlin, Elko, Wendover. We go back, shoot down to Ely, Vegas. We make little stops and we let people try the Gubba rum. Boom. We go down there. This is going to be as soon as everything comes through, distributor's license and whatnot. Pushing the product, baby. But anyway, what I was going to say is it actually, just like a fine whiskey or a fine tequila, I've had some really great rums. And I had a rum guy kind of break it down to me. He came to the bar one night and he was like, yeah, he's like, that's the thing, man. It's like, it's hard to find a bar. It's like a rum bar, right? Whiskey bars. He's like, yeah, there's a couple of rum bars down in Florida. But he was kind of giving me up on the rum. There's really is like a rum aficionados out there, just like any other alcohol, but it's just kind of more, off the grid. Maybe we could change that here at the Hyder Pub. Harris is Drink It Again Pubcast. You never know what you're gonna get, but it is what it is, baby. From a one-man show, sitting here in your ear, giving stories from my own life, talking about personal things, to bringing up some news stories, to having guests and freestyling and just having a good time, man. You've done heard people's stories, and we've had killers and that meant to do it and killers that didn't mean to do it. We've had just people from all walks of life come and explain their story. If you are one of those people, contact Haida Podcast at gmail.com today. You don't got to be no big time celebrity to be heard over here. All right. You don't have to be Tommy Chong or Mark Christopher. Salute to you guys. When we give the real person a real voice. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, rest in peace, Earl Simmons, huh? Hi to podcastgmail.com. If you would like to be featured on the show or just have your voice heard here on a Thursday therapy night rant, baby. I know it's my therapy. I feel lighter every time I leave this pub. Arsham up in the building. Peace, Arsham. Shout out to you, my brother. Thank you for tapping in. Sorry, some distractions over here in the left side out of my peripheral at the Haida Pub. Let's see, everybody else is opening their opening week. All you football fans out there, which is the majority of the country. Big Sunday for everybody. Yeah, I forget about that. You know, in my line of work, Sundays we got the football. Yeah, man, money making season. Somewhat. A lot of times it's just big parties and they just drinking these pitchers of beer and they still tip like shit. Like, fuck, we had 60 motherfuckers up in here, 100 people in here, and that's all we made. Yeah. Unless they gambling. Being back home in Nevada has got me twisted. Like I keep forgetting that we get tipped out from winnings and different things when people hit a jackpot. Like I forget all that stuff that it goes in to play, because people are like yeah, don't forget, if they win and they hit a jackpot, it's all, and I'm like, yeah, I did forget about that. Or they make a big sports bet and they drink in, and the sports books right there, and they, you get a piece of the pie. So I did forget about that. I like that. Summer's good money season too, though. I just got highly annoyed right now, but I kind of want to talk about that, but I don't want to get too personal, more personal than I already have over here in the Haida Pub. I don't think I put my family on blast necessarily. Like I don't really show a lot, and I don't, I just speak a lot and I talk my mind, and And I just try to basically make sense of my own mind. I guess that's kind of what, the crux of the show is like Therapy Night Rants. It's like a man trying to make sense of his own doing, make sense of his own life, his own reality, and then possibly finding people that can, within that conversation that can relate as well, or like, oh, I'm going through this, damn, he brings up a valid point, or trying to make sense of it all. Like they say, there's no manuscript, there's nothing for this. We just we have the kids and they're born. They just pop out. And you're like, fuck, okay. You're like, I want to hear something like hard. I haven't really heard nothing hard tonight. Where's the hard? Where's that? Where's that fucking? Give me something. Let me feel something. The music make you feel something. I will say though, man, being a stepfather is one of the hardest things I've ever had to do in my life. Just trying to incorporate that whole thing, getting a grasp on that whole thing, right? In addition to a father. But then combining the two into one, right? That might be another topic for another thing, another night. That might be a good topic for another one. I know a lot of men can relate to that. But then some can. But trying to steer through that and have both parties and the kids still come out on top, it's weird. It kind of almost naturally suppresses this thing though about you, this a man's primal, not suppresses, but I guess tests like your primal Forgive me. But not their fault. Again, I'm just an asshole. But I'm a really great guy. But I'm an asshole. But I'm a really great guy. You're an asshole. But I'm a really great guy. You're an asshole. Harris is drinking again. Pubcast. You're a really great guy. See, ain't that the beauty? You can just sit here and vibe. Just vibe with me. You gotta be talking all the damn time. Just let me contemplate. I've got a lot on my plate. This is my therapy. On a Thursday night, I feel that I'm too mean sometimes, but I gotta be. 'Cause it's a cold world, you know you gotta show love, God. Yeah. What's goody in the hoodie? Yeah. I'm feeling good tonight. You know, I ain't gonna lie, man. There's only, like I said, it's been about 8 shows where I'm like, I wasn't really feeling it tonight. You know, it's like sometimes I gotta push through, and I'm like, fuck, all right, I still gotta do this. I gotta go live. And it's like, my son was like, you don't have to, Dad. I was like, you're absolutely right, son. I do not have to do a damn thing. But I said, when you start something, you gotta finish it. And I said, that's what I'm trying to teach you too, man. Is like, you know, you say you want to do something. I said, I can't stop. So I said, I have to do it. I said, it's Daddy's job. I said, just like I go to work, you know, I work my other things. I said, I have to go to work for myself, man. I have to do this. You know, you have to be led. Every few years, I guess that's the thing in my life, man. I'm led a certain massage, music, basketball. But it's like every few years, life opens up these opportunities, and it's up to you to just take them. And it's interesting because it seems like they happen more when you're young. The portals, the veil is like thinner when you're young. Even like little kids, that's why they're most so contacted by the dark side and this and that, or even the good side, whatever, angels and orbs and shit. The veil is thinner, you know. And it's like it goes thin, and then it's real thick, and you lose that innocence. You forget stuff, and then towards the end of life, it seems like it gets thinner again, and then you're closer again to the other side. So, but I said, yeah, man, you're absolutely right, man. I don't have to do it, but Daddy's quitted a lot of things, son. I said, you know, I actually enjoy doing this, man. Every Thursday, and I said, it's good for me. It's good for the fam, too. Get an old man out of the house, you know? I guess I kind of remember that growing up, like when I was a child in the 90s. I do remember, fuck, man, it's amazing the things that I remember. I do remember basically like my mom's boyfriends or whatever, you know, father figure was in my life at the time. they would have man time, like whether it was like fishing, watch boxing matches at the house with like friends, and they would drink, different woodworking, kind of like I remember saws, a lot of deck building. A lot of people were trying to put decks on their trailer. Like that was the thing. I have a trailer with the deck. That's a redneck fucking dream right there, boy. You got yourself a damn fucking trailer with a deck. Shit. Ooh, front and the back. Now you balling. Single wide. Don't even don't get started on that double or that triple one. And I remember my mom still playing bingo. Like she would sometimes go to bingo. No, maybe not. Maybe that was my grandma. But she would do these like art stuff. Like she would go to like art and craft night, right? I think they had bingo there involved too. It was like bingo, arts and crafts at the community center or something like that. And that was a thing that women did, right? And sometimes they would go for walks, like more so back then because they had no distractions, no phones. It was a beautiful time. We were always outside. We would see like we're playing football, tackle football, football on the street, freaking slap boxing. One of the kid had 2 boxing gloves, so we would each put on one, and we did do that whole thing. Pogo sticks. I was just telling my son about. I was having a nostalgic week. All right, it's getting a little emotional this week. Okay. I just turned 36. Okay, I was getting a little emotional. I was having a nostalgic moment. I was just thinking, sometimes I go on the YouTube rabbit hole and I'm like looking at, the 90s stuff that we grew up with, right? Generation Y. Yeah, man, the cereals. But anyway, pogo stick. I want a pogo stick. I almost ordered a pogo stick off Amazon shopping this week. I might still do it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it at some point within the next month or so. They got pogo sticks still. Used to be super big into the BMX bikes. I had a Mosh. My homeboy had the Mongoose. And I think another homie had like a GT. I think it was a GT. Oh, and I remember the red line. One time this kid came through with the red line, and I think it was sick as hell. Like, because I had the Mosh and I was so excited. It was like a $400 bike or something. I remember, like back in the day, right? And then I remember this one kid came through with the red line. He had like, he had the pegs. Man. If we can give our children's generation even half of what we had, and we're talking about the 2010, 2015 babies. We're not even talking about the corona babies, the pandemic babies, because those are already, damn. Yeah, those are youngsters. We're talking about like the kids that were already born 5-10 years ago. Generation Y is the last stand, man. That's it. We're the last. Oh yeah, look for me to get a little more as I grow and mature and master my mind. Oh yeah, I might get a little more militant over here. Start going a little more political. Start trying to fight for a little more change. Because I don't like the things that I see. You can only hide for so long, You can only get, even paid off for so long. Before you're like, man, I want to stop making payments, but then it's too late to start taking payments. So you got to make a decision in the beginning. Whose team are you on? Say too much. They might get you touched. Nope, no more thinking rough. Positive is the stuff. Yeah, I gotta say it. I just got upset a little bit ago because one of the children they were coming out and we have this little fridge here in the Haida pub, and they were getting into it, and it was like I could hear the crinkle. I don't know if you guys could, but like it just got under my skin for a minute, and I was like, hey, get everything in one go, like because already like it's like 3 times in and out. I don't know. Not a big deal, but just this little thing, But see, that's a long way from where we came from, man. I had a sense of fear when I was a little fucking kid, man. I had a sense of fear from these even these drunk alcoholic white dudes and shit that my mom would fuck with, one Indian dude and shit. Faggot. But I had a sense of fear going over to your friend's house. Shout out Kendall Lewis, man. Where the hell are you at, dude? And honestly, I think I seen you on somewhere, or maybe even a request or something, because I was looking and it just said Kendall, but it didn't say nothing else. But I remember your dad was pretty cool, man. Walter Lewis. And but I don't know, all the men were just like fierce, it seemed like, because they just ruled with the iron fist still, man. They were slipping away from that, and but we should never slip too far. Parents at the end of the day always gonna be parents. Like men are gonna be men, women are women. We cannot let our kids control and rule every little thing, like that. I don't agree with. I don't agree with that at all. No. We're gonna have to hold strong. We're in for a fight. We're in for a fight this fall, all the way till next year, this whole election thing. I don't want to say too much because they got you silenced. What do you mean they got you silenced? Yeah, but you could talk about black on black violence, and you could talk about all the crimes done in us, but you can't really talk about the real. You can't say how you feel. Well, you can say how you feel, but you better not let them know how to do a deal. America, take away your idols because we fearing ya. Yeah, not to get too deep on it. Just a drunk man talking. Not even drunk. Sober as a cobra. Yes. Shout out Chill Jelly. Hey, good to see you again. Do it. LOL. They wouldn't want it. Yeah, man. Sorry, I'm late on the chat over here. And then we got Dreaded up in the Bill Hood. Dreaded. That's a pretty sick logo. Thank you for the love and listening and a little bit of your energy. If you weren't here for the thing, what? Damn, what's the damn title? What would you let your wife do? Would you let your wife, baby mother, girlfriend, basically significant other, woman that you love, ride on the Greyhound bus in 2023, like a long road trip type shit? Like she had, would you put your loved one on the Greyhound bus and have her subjected to all that shit? Crazy question of the night. You said, bruh. Little fire emoji. Is that for the spitting? Yeah, man. The last few weeks, I've been whacking the freestyles. I can't even. I lost it. You know what I haven't lost though, man, is I don't know. I just like are people making the music, man? Where's the local guys? Talk to a few over here in Reno, and I just don't feel the. We lost a step as humans the last couple of years, I feel. Everywhere you go, I mean, the customer service is shit. It's so easy to impress me these days. Like, still, every place you go, short server, short staff, short check-in lady. Oh, sorry, we don't have anybody working today. Like, I kind of feel the music might be the same. In a small way, maybe I'm wrong, man, but like a days ago. Only thing I'm good for is writing some lyrics. And get in the booth, man. But it would literally have to be with like cats from the past, almost like a recoup out, and VJ James back again. Harry Tino's that'd be ill. If we could ever get damn therapeutic on the damn line, but that's not gonna happen. I don't know. It's not gonna happen, so I'm not putting my thing into there. But yeah, salute, Show Jelly. Yeah. What do you know? Anybody else though? Do you guys freestyle better in the shower and silently? Every time, like my freestyles be dope in my head. Like I'm literally a platinum, diamond spitter in my head. That don't even mean nothing because to me, Tech's one of the greatest spitters, and he only has a platinum single. All right, so that don't mean shit. But when I'm speaking to myself or rapping to myself, sometimes I'm hearing the rap in my voice, but I'm also hearing it in a completely someone else's voice. Like, yo, I could put this together, but it's not. I couldn't produce that. It'd be that way. Singing too. Sometimes you just can't produce it, but you can get it out. The rhythm, everything is there, I think this picture's too grainy here. Let's see. Hey, señorita, hey. It's like a little bar I stopped in off in Guadalajara, man. Yeah. You got any salsa? No. No salsa. No salsa for you. No salsa for you. Hey. Are we already over 2 hours? That's impossible. Oh my Lord, ladies and gentlemen, we've surpassed the 2 hour mark once again. All right, that's amazing. Not bad. About 30, 45 more minutes left in the show. I cannot believe time passes that fast when you're enjoying yourself and you actually feel like you have a little bit of self-worth. Ain't that something? I know we be sitting at the job during the week like yawning and shit like, I still got 2 hours before I can go home. Oh, God. Yeah. And then lo and behold, you do something you actually enjoy or spend time with your family or your loved ones. That 2 hours just goes up like that. Damn. That's absurd. Is that a Del Taco Fiesta pack right there? Am I looking at that? Let me see that fucking Del Taco. Del Taco. I ain't gonna lie, man. Del Taco is one of my favorite fast food chains, but I've been a fat ass lately this week. I've been stopping at Taco Bell and getting the cheesy rice and bean burrito. I've been doing it because guess what? It's still only $1. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. I thought they completely abolished the dollar menu. I know Del Taco got the $2 and under or something like that. I just really needed a fruit punch and maybe some cinnamon twists. Okay. And I was gonna. Okay, I wanted the Crunchwrap Supreme one day. I really did. It's like again nostalgia. I used to eat that Crunchwrap Supreme when it first came out. Oh man, that was my shit. Loved it. And so I was just like, man, let me have a weak moment. There was no Del Taco. I prefer Del Taco over Taco Bell. But I pull up to the thing and I'm just like really sitting there and I always look at the prices. I do this like more frequently than not. Like, number one, it's unhealthy and it's just like, fuck, I know I shouldn't be putting this bullshit in my body. But then I really sit there and I'll look at like the number 3 or whatever. Damn, $8.69. And then they're always going to try to upcharge you. If I see $8.69, okay, tax 9, I'm breaking 10. Okay, but I only got a 20. And then of course I'm gonna get something else. Okay, $20, you know. And sometimes I'll just drive off, right? Like sometimes I'll go to literally to a place, and particularly fast food. I don't have no problem paying for like a nice, salmon. You give me some broccoli and a salad. You got some beef minestrone soup, some hearty stuff. But $11 and stuff. And anyway, I can't do that over at a fast food, man. So I went there with the intention to break a 10, and I'm looking at the Crunchwrap and I'm like, yeah, okay. I like Taco Bell's fruit punch. There's some reason their fruit punch hits different. Huh? So all the youngsters are saying it hits different, right? And I feel cringe for saying that. It's stupid. That's stupid. I don't talk like that. I don't say that. Anyway, I'm looking over there and they got like 4 little tiny things for $1. And the only one that sounded good, cheesy bean and rice burrito. I was like, I've had that before. I was like, yeah, can I get 4 cheesy bean and rice burritos? Anything else? An order of cinnamon twists. Anything else? And just a large water. Sorry, sir, we cannot give you just a water. We have to charge you. Okay, just a large fruit punch. Okay, thank you. Your total is 7. Second window. So yeah, I went. Anyway, I had to get the fruit punch and the cinnamon twist, and I got 4 of those fuckers. And then, you want any sauce? The Diablo fire. I said, yeah, just give me everything, the hottest one, whatever. I hate when they ask you that stupid shit. Just fucking put some sauce in the bag. Like if I'm owning a franchise, that's the thing. I'm cutting out on all that dumb shit. We're not asking the customers like, yo, everybody gets a bag of hot sauce or some shit. Or like, I know, but then we're trying to cut down on the hot sauce, because we're wasting packet. No. You're wasting time with your people, bro. Do you want the hot sauce? Every customer, you got 40 people in the damn line. Do you want hot? No. We're cutting. See, that's just my business mind thinking. I'm cutting that out of the thing. We're going to win back the cost that we're wasting on the stupid hot sauce. Just throw a freaking one of each. Or like, look at the screen. If they order whatever, one jackass order, one packet per taco. I don't know. There's got to be a better way. Anyway, I got through one of those things. Like what? And I don't know if I guess different kids or people there that are working, the portions are different. But I got this bag and I'm like, this shit's like heavy. You know when you grab a bag and it's like out the window? That thing was heavy. And I put it in my seat and I just grabbed a burrito and it was like this big, luscious, overfilled, just oozing out. I'm sitting there trying to pull off, find a parking spot. You know what I mean? Scarfing that shit down. Got through the first one, my hunger gap starts to fill up already. I'm like, shit. But I eat two of them, full as fuck. Had the 4. But yeah. I've been going back. I've been doing that kind of frequently. I probably had, let's see, I gave one of those, my son ate the other one. I think I ate the other ones. I probably had 7 bean and cheese rice and burritos in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay, maybe even 10. Because I got the 4 the one day. I went back and got 2, 6, 2 more the other day. That was 8. No more than 10. That's pretty bad. But literally, like, they're $1. So, and I think it was like $2.17 or some shit. Old school prices just to fill the hunger gap. And it's bean and cheese, rice. At least you're not eating no meat. You get a little tortilla and just whatever concoction they put in there, the cheese, but relatively like not, it's vegetarian, right? I don't feel guilty about eating a damn cheesy bean and rice burrito from Taco Bell. So if that's what makes me a fat ass, then I guess I'm just a fat ass. Because for $1, you can't find there ain't nothing $1. There's no more dollar, nothing, nowhere. Who has anything for $1? Anything. Shout out to Taco Bell. Now I want all my wonderful ladies in there making chicken tacos tonight. But she made this fresh guac. She always makes guac. And this is why I love her. Because she be trying new things. And tonight she made this guacamole salsa. Put in like 4 avocados, like half an onion or a full onion, whatever. Some serrano peppers, lime, garlic salt, whatever. Blended it up. So it's like guacamole sauce like you get at the taco shop. Bomb. So yeah, I'm waiting to. I can't wait to go tear that up, boy. Yeah, I'm talking about the guac. Can't wait to go tear the guac up. Her too. It was what do we have here, man? Just another Thursday night, insane in the brain. Sipping 10 high. Oh, my tense is too high. I've ran dry. I gotta call my guy. It's a therapy. Gotta find more words to rhyme with therapy. instead of scared of me and heard of he. Let's get the ladies coming through the door after the 10 o'clock hour. Yeah. Sorry, the beats are a little dark tonight, but that's my flow. I don't even know. It's just what makes me happy, bro. I'm the guy that happy when it rains, and I'm the guy that always finds a way to maintain. You're that guy that likes the sunshine, but you're still depressed. One time or two, I'm the guy that just do what he do. But I like it dark too. I'm the guy who's a functioning addict. You're the type of guy who just has no habits. And that's okay. Cause I'm the type of guy who likes to snort and go play, or snort and maintain, or not. I'm trying to get off the rock. It's been 2 years, brah. But I still think about it. So you tell me, can I live without it? You absolutely can. Well, that was kind of hard. You're getting old and you. Free flowing. What you know. You never know what you gonna get up on this microphone. I'm happy. I might be slapping, rapping, and attacking. Tonight we might go on Podbean longer than YouTube. Yeah. If you want to keep the Hide the Pub party going, that's the matter of fact, we might start doing that. Go down the Podbean, download the Podbean app today. It's a whole universe within itself because you have to actually download the app to access the music player, unlike Spotify or these. Well, you still have to download Spotify app, right? You gotta download the app. But it's its own kind of built-in community. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start keeping these lives under 3 hours as much as I can on the YouTube. I was pissed last week because when the show ended, it actually recorded 3 hours and 9 seconds, and I can't upload it into this particular software if it's more than 3 hours, and it literally wouldn't let me upload it, and it's long by 9 seconds. But I cut it. I pressed the in stream button at 2:59:45 or some shit like that, and it still took it about 20 seconds to register. So now I gotta go another roundabout way and upload that video if I want to do clips of it and stuff. But it's all good. Just some little thing, just something that happened. I find sometimes too when I'm just doing audio, but then I'll still be looking at myself through whatever camera that I have up. It's amazing, even for the showman, the best of the showman. sometimes you hold back when you know you're being right. You want to put on a show. I like audio though. There's more voice infliction, I think, and there's more like when it's truly directed to the audio though. You know what I mean? I love smoking. I just generally love smoking. I've always liked smoking. Smoking is another one of my battles and addictions. I mean, I haven't been off cigarettes for what? 3. I mean, the cigarette thing, I don't know. I just smoke every couple years. I'll pick up a fucking cigarette. Now it's been about 3 to 4. I haven't smoked for a good minute. Cigarettes, like actually buying packs and shit. I'd be on the Zins now, right? But I'm still doing nicotine every day. But I've just always enjoyed smoking since I was a little kid. Stealing cigarettes out of the ashtrays. And Kendall, we were stealing cigarettes from your mom's pack, you know? She used to smoke the Misties, the big old Misties. I used to be so infatuated by cigarettes in the 90s also, you know? And in a way, we're getting worse, but at the same time, it's a lot safer out here. Like, even the way they market to kids, like, I used to just, like, want to smoke so bad when I was a kid. And I did. It was stupid. But it's like... But then you get older. I like going to the cigar lounges and stuff. More exquisite kind of side of things. But a lot of people too, they'll say like, well, you know, oh, I only smoke when I drink, right? It's like, motherfucker, you like smoking. You're just trying to justify it, dude. I'm trying to justify it too. Don't even trip. Now, cigarettes completely smell like shit and taste like ass. There actually is nothing sexy or seductive or even pleasurable about a cigarette. But I'm simply talking about the hand-to-mouth smoking, period. Like, roll me up something. You know what I mean? We used to smoke oregano, right? Back in the day, rolling oregano joints. I mean, we used to literally roll, man, one time, man. We took the oregano from my house. There was 4 of them. Tristan, Bridget, Daniel. We took the oregano from his house and my boy TJ's house. We walking around with a little Ziploc bag of oregano. We just took the oregano, you know, parsley, dry parsley and shit. And we had gotten some zigzags from one of our parents' places as well. And we're just like probably 11, 12, walking around the dips, rolling oregano joints, man. And I remember there's one youngster, Ricky or something. We would tell him like, you guys are smoking weed? Like, yeah, we're fucking, you know, just kids, man. And then in Ricky's eyes, he was like, wow, you know, looking up to us. He's like 8 or 9, 7. And then we're looking up to like the kids that are like 14, 15. They're smoking the real weed, you know, like, yeah. I mean, started smoking my first. That was about when because I remember one of the dudes coming up to us, like, he was kind of impressed, like, yo, is that weed? Like, you guys got a bag of weed? And the one kid trying to play it off, and then like he kind of looked at it, like, immediately, he's like, that ain't fucking weed. What are you boys doing? Rolling oregano? Shit. And he's like, yeah. But it was like, for like, they kind of clowning us, but like for that instant, like it was like, we got cool points. Cause like, dude, these kids are like, you know, at least they're trying. Like, you know, these motherfuckers like stupid, but that's what it was back then. Don't worry. I'll just be in this nostalgic zone the next couple weeks. Yeah, once Virgo season's over, it's back to the nobody cares. Ooh. Huh? It hit hard for a minute, but then I was. Stories of the Harry. Harry's drinking again. Pubcast. Yes, yes. Thank y'all for rocking with me tonight. Hope y'all having and had a good time. Future presence, tense. Oh, I got another thing to admit. I couldn't help my son with his subtraction homework today. Yeah. Triple digit subtraction. I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, so wait. Do you have to carry the 1 in subtraction just like addition? I totally, I'm so retarded. Like, I don't know nothing. I don't remember nothing from nothing. I know numbers in my head. I just think like, boom, I'm good with numbers. But I forgot how to write out long division. I forgot to, I can add, okay, like if it's 750 plus 250, 251, so it's like 0 plus 1, but if there's anything left over, you got to carry it. But I forgot how to subtract because he was doing it just down, 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 and it didn't add up. I said, that's close. I said, it's like 409 was the answer. He just did it 411. I was like, and I did it in my calculator, and I was like, no, that's wrong. And he's like, no. But I couldn't explain to him what was the right way. And I felt stupid. And I still feel stupid about that. I feel kind of... yeah. I got to get more dedicated and disciplined as a father. Like, damn, dude. I got to fucking get him off the games. And I gotta like snap out of it, become even more invested in the extracurricular, in the academic side. I'm a dad, sports guy. You know, we got that shit covered. The physical activity, the being active. But I'm over here like, I can't even tell my little elementary guy how to do a subtraction homework. How to wait for his mom. Hopefully she actually finished it. I just thought about that right now. But I think a lot of us are that way. Once we get out of high school, if we don't continue, the actual stuff that they're teaching these kids, it's like, I don't know that. And then you think about that show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And it's like, no. Damn sure not. They're like currently learning about, even my sons came home, he started dropping bombs on me about South America. Dad, we're learning about South America. Dad, we're learning about Europe. And then of course I'm like, well, what about America? And then have you learned about America? Like, what's going on here? It seems a little weird. They're probably gonna start teaching about China and weird shit next. That's where I cut the cord if it gets any weirder. But I'm like, I get it. You know, I'm like, I get it. We learned about that stuff too. He be coming to dropping bombs on me, man, and I gotta think or Google it. I'll be like, oh, that's great, buddy. And then, you know, oh, that's amazing, dude. Yeah, I remember that. And then I'll turn around and be like, holy shit, he's right. So it's got me feeling a little weird, like a little like, damn, I really suck. Which leads me to, I was walking through there, had some time to kill, so I just popped into Barnes and Nobles real quick. And I read about a paragraph out of this Marcus Aureli Meditations. Because I'm that guy. When you put me in a bookstore, I'm going straight to the like self-help, self-improvement, basically that inner philosophy stuff. I'm over there with the stones and the crystals and the, Buddhism and the, all this 48 laws of power text. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm going. Philosophers. And then I go to the sex one. I'm reading about the Big O and the Kama Sutra and the how to eat, how to be a master at cunnilingus. Yeah, you youngsters don't know nothing about that. Ladies, any man that tells you about the cunnilingus, he just uses it in those terms. That's a man you should probably get to know a little bit, because he knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? I don't know who's still listening and everything, so I want to keep it clean. This sounds like colors, 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 colors. Ladies at the bar taking a drink, wishing on a star. Hello. Married to the game, maintain. But yeah. Anyway, almost got caught buying the $10 book. Oh damn! I only got 20 minutes left in the show, but I gotta do a nut adjust. Forgive me, Lord Almighty. Hold on. This chair, man, it sits low, so I'm always riding up on me, man. It pisses me off. I had to do a little adjustment there. Or not adjust. All right. Yeah, I almost got caught in the $10 book, and I went to the library actually to look at the book. Out of stock, and 21 people have it on hold or reserved before me. I'm like, damn, it's a popular book. And then I was reading a little bit of Machiavelli. Rest in peace, Pac, because he's the one who put it on, put our generation on. And when you're in a bookstore, at least for me, I get real motivated while I'm in there. Then when you leave, it's like, and this is what stopped me from purchasing the book, because I said, all right, hold on. First of all, don't get excited just because you're in a bookstore, and you want to spend some money and feel all. Just read a paragraph. Had it to both of them, and I said, you still have a shitload of books at home. Like I got books that I bought in 2 years ago. Like I'll buy 3 or 4 at a time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go in this, and I So I was like, how don't you go home, start reading a book that you already got, jack off, before you go buying a new one, right? Thinking that you're gonna read it and stuff. No, you're not, bro. Slow your roll. You ain't reading nothing like that. I had to check myself. So, in order to, I really wanted to read that book, man. I want to start getting into that shit. Those philosopher type of cats, you know what I mean? Those were warriors and like. But I've heard that name Marcus Aurelius or whatever, you know. And I was like, oh, this is the dude. So, but I got a couple of good ones that I want to read. One of my favorite books of all time, and actually that I remember the most, is when I read about when I was about early 20s. It's by Nathan McCall, and it's called Holler If You Hear Me. And it's about his story growing up basically born in like the 60s, 70s, Portsmouth, Virginia, very poor part of the country during the whole racial stuff, through his time in prison in the 60s, 70s. And then he gets out, transforms his life, and gets a degree and becomes a journalist for the Wall Street, a journalist for the Wall Street Journal. And completely goes from like the whole South, the streets, to prison, to corporate America, Wall Street Journal. He has a second book out. It's in my Amazon cart, but I can't think of the name. I want to get his second book. But I was even thinking, okay, before you get the second book, go back and read the first one if you're really serious. Because, you know, what's the point of spending money you don't need to spend? But two, don't get ahead of yourself, bro. I bought the Rational Male, that Rolly Mark Thomas guy or something. I bought the Rational Male. I started reading the first chapter and then I stopped that. So I got a ton of books, but I got motivated today. And then seeing that thing with my son and stuff, I'm like, okay, I got some shit to fix. I got some shit to fix here. All right, I think it's almost time to fucking rock out. I think it's time to rock out on there. It's a Drinking Again podcast.
Hey, man, this is Tommy Chung, and you're listening and watching Harris's Drinking Again. Hey, man.
All right. Let's take one more swig of this 10 high. Because, you know, I just sit for the, show, get loosey-goosey. And I don't like to be too much when I end it. But I'm having a great time. But I think I'm going to stay here on Podbean with y'all. So if you want to come over and to Podbean, keep rocking with us, man. Shout out to the chat over here. Wacky, Rats Poop, Arsham, Chill Jelly, and Dredd up in the building. Damn, it's a little sour mash. That's some good shit, man. That is some good shit for being a cheap ass bottle, but sometimes the cheapest stuff be it's got a little kicker. All right, let's get into it. Yeah. Wish that was a little longer. Thank y'all. Thank you for stopping by. On this Thursday evening. Hey there, Flemmy. Those two right there, man, I really enjoyed. As far as matter of fact, my goal for next week is to find another rock hit. We're gonna come with a couple of rock hits because I don't give a damn. Number one, drums is just a good ass workout. That anything heavy metal, jumping around, exerting your energy, that should be fun. And then something. I love that solemn shit. But all right, it's pick up the moon as we end another incredible, and I'm talking about incredible show, one man solo show here tonight, the High the Pub, and we doing the damn thing, making the most out of whatever it is that I do, and half the time, I really don't even know why I do the things that I do. I swear, and I'm if anything, I just I do. I'm very calculated. I play dumb, but at the same time, make a lot of stupid decisions. I don't know why I do the things I do. I just do. That's one thing when I was reading the book. He was talking about lead by nature, like let nature lead you. Don't get so caught up in the worldly things, nature. Don't do it to him. You said you wanted to end up on a good note. Yeah, I did. You said you wanted to leave up on a good note. Yeah, I did. On a Thursday. Thursday. All right, we just getting out of here, man. Let's leave on some inspiring, relaxing. What's this? I still gotta have time for the outros. But anyway, yeah, it's what it was, man. Next week, episode 86. I can't believe 3 hours has already passed. I seriously can't. It's kind of heartbreaking to have no reason to turn it off other than the fact that I want to make clips out of this, baby. For the long-term viewer. So if you want to keep listening to this jibber jabber gibberish, head over to Podbean, download the app, and find the Harris is Drinking Again podcast. And if not, then we'll see you right back here Thursday night, 8 p.m. Episode 86 with guest Tone Motivates, clinical behavioral therapist. Yeah. This is going to be exciting. I'm going to see if she can assess me, or like I'm going to ask her, like, yo, if I was to come into your spot, like, you know, like pretend I'm your client, like what, you know, treat me, or what are you talking to me about? And do I need your sort of therapy type stuff, right? It's going to be interesting. I can't wait. First therapist here on Therapy Night Rants, baby. Yeah, that's right, Podbean. I'm still gonna stay with you for a little bit. We don't get up off this camera though. Check out Facebook, Harris Drinking, Instagram, Harry_2Scary, TikTok, Hide a Pubcast, the Cash App, Hide a Pubcast, YouTube, Hide a Pub, all the above, all the plugs, all of this, all of that. Subscribe to the show and help us grow, and then Harry2Scary on Spotify. Give some of my music a little listen or two. That's real nice. Be real nice. All right. Oh, you see how disciplined I'm getting though? I'm starting to just cut it. Yep. Oh, I used to be tempted, but now I'm getting better. We got a mission to complete. It's been real, man. It's been real. I love doing this. I look very light, very pale on the screen today. I don't know what that's about. I feel fine. I feel amazing. And like Andrew Tate would say, in the words of Andrew Tate, I will not kill myself. I will never kill myself. I will not ever kill myself. So, just saying, love life, hang out. Let's keep on keeping on. So until next week, everybody stay blessed, stay safe, have a good weekend. With that beautiful Reno black backdrop back on the screen. You know what I mean. Been real 85 weeks in a row, baby. Not missing a beat. Just keep on grinding, man. Salute to everybody out there. Yo. You have been listening to the Harris is Drinking Again pubcast. For more, go to YouTube, type in @Hide a Pubcast. Look us up on Spotify, any and all streaming platforms. Harris is Drinking Again pubcast. Thank you.